Hello everybody, welcome back. We're here with Samantha Kain at, her version of Sanctuary Hills. It's not a lot right now, but hey, it's still growing. So, while she was out doing some cool, hep scavenging and getting money and being the general and helping out people, a new person came into town and, shut up. You guys remember Gomez. He just wants to... Now, as I'm recording, that's when he wants to start talking. So, anyway. Love it, little turd. Anyway, so while she was out doing her thing, a new person came into town. A new settler came into town. And the current settlers are a little leery of him, and, well, let us see why. This is Evan. Evan is a really nice guy. He is a sweetheart. He really wants to help out, but he's rather nervous, and he's a bit of a klutz. No. God, Andy has herpes. Man, no, he does not have herpes. However, as some of you may notice,
if you see any first aid boxes out there, be sure to look inside. That's more valuable than a Stimpack.
Yeah, thank you, Evan. If I see any med boxes out there, I will be sure to look inside. There might be Stimpacks. So as you can see from that, and his general clothing. Hi, Evan. He is a child of Adam. Or he used to be. He thinks he still is, but some of his friends have said, let's play a game. You go as far away from us as possible, and we'll see if we can ever find you. And he said, okay, this is a really fun game, and he thinks that he's winning because it's been 6 months and they haven't found him yet, and he hasn't really been traveling too far. So, yeah, poor guy doesn't seem to have a lot of friends. But he came into town, and he really doesn't have a lot of skills. He wants to help, and he will help you move stuff, but one of the things that he does say is, if you've got some fragile stuff or rare stuff or things that are valuable, tell him it's a piece of shit and he'll helpfully move it. If you tell him it's worth something, he is going to get so anxious and so freaked out that he is probably going to drop the thing and damage it. So if you tell him it's shit, it'll be fine. But he really doesn't have anything that he doesn't really have a lot of skills, but because he does seem to have that strange mutagen within him that other children of Adam have, he can hang around radiation, he can drink dirty water, and not suffer radiation sickness. And he happens to have that unusual little ability of, well, his pee glows. So, that's his little business here. He sells bottles of his pee for 5 caps. And, his marketing sales pitch is, this stuff will glow for years, if not forever. And, Samantha here, wanting to help out, has bought a few bottles from him, and she's decorated her home. We'll be seeing that at a later date. But some of these people are a little leery of him because, well, he's a child of Adam, and most of them seem to be psychopaths. Now, he doesn't seem to be part of that group. He seems to be of the group out there in the glowing sea where overall they're peaceful, but they will shoot you if you attack them. But apart from that, they're not militant wackos like almost every other one you ever see in the entire Commonwealth. He's he follows one of the original confessors from the Capital Wasteland. He's mentioned the name, but well, Samantha doesn't tend to remember because she knows about the tunnel snakes out there, and they think they're all hot shit, and she knows that they're not. So, Megaton. Yeah, well, she just remembered Megaton. So, in order for him to fill the bottles, he gets different types of wine bottles and the vodka bottles, which seem to just be, they're white, like they're painted on the outside. So he scrapes them off, cleans them up down by the river, and he brings them back here. And this is his toilet. He's got a board over it to cover it up from any smells. And when, he also uses the stealth boy for, well, whenever he needs to use the toilet, as well as filling the bottles, because, well, come on. Nobody wants to see that all the time. Although it is interesting seeing a stream of urine coming out when it's dark. It's kind of interesting. It glows. But, Samantha and a couple of other people here. Bob was one of the other helpers around here. Helped kind of set up his little home here. He came here with a bunch of the blue tarps that he has scavenged. And, he's got his little backpack and his sleeping bag, and he found that pillow, and God, that's one of his favorite things. Next to his favorite thing, and I'll show that soon. But, they gave him a place to store some additional toilet paper and anything else that he wants. They set up a little fence to give him a little bit of privacy. And these brambles are kind of difficult for most people to walk through. So it offers him some protection and some privacy. But he came with a lot of blue tarp, and they had some other spare blue tarp, and they helped him build this thing. Now I'm going to turn on the light for the moment. But his most prized, what he loves the most. This is George. He loves George so much. He found George in his travels. He was a lot younger, and one of basically a raider dog had almost killed him. And so he nursed it back to health, and he carries it around in his little rabbit hutch there, and he makes sure that he gives it purified water. All the purified water that it can want, as well as carrots, carrot flowers. He's even got his own little bed there of straw, which I think is made from, dried razor grain, and some cloth over it, so that he's got some little comfies. There's Evan's backpack, and he loves George. And look at George, isn't he adorable? How can you not like the bunny? Look at the cute little bunny. And he did keep, this was actually given to him by one of his, he thought was a friend, and so because he thinks they're a friend, he treasures it. He saw it as a going away gift, and there's some caps down there for when he does sell his lights. And he's got this little rubber toy here because he's got a little bit of a strength issue with his hands. He can't grip things as strongly as he used to when he was younger. So he has this little rubber toy, and he squeezes it a lot, as often as he can, to build up and maintain strength in his hand. Oh. Hey, Pumpkin. And, they also installed this little hook. You gotta be careful, but that's the other reason for this light here, so that you can, here we go, lights out, so you can see it. It serves double purpose. One, so you can see what he is selling, and 2, so that you kind of don't wang your head into it, because you're not going to want to walk up and then hit this bottle and break the bottle, so you're going to stay away from the little hook there. And he's got himself some dirty water there, but they did bring him pallets, and oh yes, there's sheet metal there, and during the day the sun heats that metal up, and while he's sleeping at night, his body temperature kind of keeps that metal warm, which then in turn radiates back up and keeps him warm. So he's doing pretty well. And yeah, he didn't really know what to charge for these things. He honestly kind of didn't want to at first, but he's like, well, I'm hungry and I can drink all the water in the river, or grab little bottles of it, cartons of the dirty water, and drink it, but he gets hungry. So they asked if there was anything that he was good at, and he said not really, except for he has glowing pee. So Samantha suggested he start his own little business. But yeah, they gave him the pallets, and they shoved some of the wood in the pallets in order to brace this up. And they duct taped some more of the blue tarp to the poles and things like that. And they just kind of tied everything together at this light post. And since the light post doesn't work, this does a good job of keeping this area lit. And turning on the light again, back over here, they've got it all tied up so that it's strong and won't blow down. And yeah, they found some old toilet paper, and they just attached it so that he can use it when he needs it. So let's see, Evan. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. My nephew Z just jumped all over the place and decided to kind of bump the shit out of my camera. So, earthquake! Okay. Wow. Gotta love my nephew. Gotta love my kids and my nephews. So yeah, there's a little board here, and George here is pretty good about staying in place. My God, Gomez. So, George is good about staying in the area, and he loves Evan very much. I mean, hey, he helped him, he rescued him, saved his life. Come on, George, do the cute thing. Do the cute thing, please. Just do the cute thing. I mean, you're already cute, so you got that cute thing going for you, but there we go. Isn't that so cute? Oh my God, that is so cute. Scratching his ears and stuff. Oh, he's so adorable. So, again, lots of so's. Let's turn off the light. Get a little bit of a distance shot. So thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You just turn the light on. That doesn't really help much, but I hope you enjoyed yourself. And remember, be excellent to each other and party on. And most importantly, be excellent to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, and if you liked what you saw, please consider leaving a like and comment. I read all the comments, and I do answer them all. I appreciate it very much. Have yourself a wonderful time. Bye.